Alright guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Astro Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Alright, check it out. Right here on the side of me, I got a 2002 Honda Accord with a 2.3 engine. And what I'm going to do today, well, Civvy and I, what we're going to do today is show you how to replace the VTEC solenoid. Yeah, buddy. Coming up on Astro Auto Repairs. This channel is a member of the Astral Stars, which means we have a zero tolerance policy against the harassment of others. Anybody who violates that policy will be banned. For further information, please visit www.theastralstars.com. Alright guys, your VTEC solenoid is right there. That's the culprit. That's the what part we're going to be changing. So now we got to get to that thing. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is you got your air tube right here that's going from the throttle body over to the top of the air cleaner. So let's start from over here at the air cleaner. You're going to have 4 clips. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pop those up just like that. The next thing you do is walk your way down. Now you're going to have 2 pipes here. Don't try to disconnect it from here because this is antifreeze going through here. So what you want to do is take a pair of needle nose pliers. You got this little clamp right here. Squeeze it together. And bring that clamp back. What the deuce? Is that pipe over there in the way or something? You know, sometimes, guys, this thing... There we go. Take that pipe out. Take the clamp. If you want, we can put the clamp back up here so that way we don't lose it. That is done. The next thing you're going to do, you got a wiring harness going right here to the solenoid up here. Take the top clip, push that down to the connector, and pull back. So clip it down, pull back, unplug it. Why? Because on this air tube, it's tucked into this little channel right here on the air tube. So what we're going to do is just pop it out of there. And we got this vacuum hose going on top. We're going to pop that out of there. And in the back side here, you got one more. We're going to light.
I see it.
Oh, pop that out of there. The next thing we do is get us a Phillips screwdriver. And you got a clamp right here that's holding on the tube to the throttle body. Just go ahead and loosen this clamp up all the way. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got that clamp loose. Now you should be able to wiggle the tube, pull it off, grab the whole assembly up like this, and take the whole tube out of the way. Alright, let's put this to the side and we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do, jack up the right side of the vehicle because we got to drain some antifreeze out. And this step right here is very important. You want to make sure you jack up the vehicle. Get yourself a jack stand up under there. And as added security, leave your hydraulic jack there. Now, you got some cardboard to lay on. That's right, that's the poor man's creeper. I love that thing. And get you a drain pan. Now, what we're going to do, push it up on the vehicle. Now, facing the front of the vehicle, we're going to be right about in this area up under the car. So we're going to go up under here. And you're going to see an opening right there. And if you look up in that opening, you're going to see the drain right there. Now what you want to do is make sure your pan's up under it. Start turning that counterclockwise. Okay, see the antifreeze starts coming out of there. Now, once you got that going counterclockwise, let that come out. Now what you want to do is go to the top and take off the radiator cap so some air can come in there, and this will drain a lot faster. Alright, so let's go up on the top. Take the radiator cap. Take it off. And that's going to drain a lot faster. Now we got to sit there and let that drain a little while, because what we got to do next is we got to go over here and we got to disconnect this hose, remove the thermostat housing. We get all that out of the way. So we want this antifreeze to drain out of here. All right, so we're gonna let that drain a little bit. We'll be right back. All right, guys, while that's draining, I need this car to be on a level ground and all that. So what I'm gonna do is now remove my jack stand, and I'm gonna lower the vehicle down while the antifreeze is still draining. And while I'm doing that, we got somebody who wants to say hi to you. Tell me your name.
My name is Chloe. Hi.
Oh, that was cute.
All right, there you go. There's Chloe. Yeah, buddy. All right, let's let this down, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, while that's draining, let's get up here on the top. The first thing we'll do, let's disconnect our coolant sensor. You got a plug right here. Push that tab into the connector, like that, and pick up.
Just like that?
Yeah, just like that. Just like that. All right, now we got to remove this hose. Now this hose comes around, and it connects into a clamp right here. But what we're going to do, see this little hose right here? This is the breather for your transmission. No, it doesn't hook onto anything. It just opens up. So, pop that out of the clip and move that to the side. Again, you can see, it's just an opening. That's it. That's all it is, a breather. Push that to the side, and our hose is going to come out of there just like that. All right? Now let's get some pliers to take this hose off. We'll be right back. All right, guys, to get this off, you can use a pair of vice grips, a needle nose. But what I like to use is my Christmas present from Civi. Yeah, check those out. Them hose clamp pliers, that's right. And these things can swivel, and this thing swivels, this thing is cool. So what we're gonna do is open it up, and these things got a little latch on them that they lock into place, keep that thing locked. So we're gonna reach in there. Get that to squeeze together. Turn it so we can get a better grip at it. All right, now, while I got it up, let me turn it a little bit more. You see that little ledge, that little lever right there, or little part that's fixed out? This is made so if you squeeze it together enough, it'll lock these things right into place. I hate these clamps, actually. So let's squeeze it together, bring it back. Now see how the pliers kept it in place? So what I have to do now is squeeze it a little bit, push this little lever in to release it, and it lets it go just like that. The next thing we're gonna do is grab our hose, twist it, and of course, it will not break loose. That's because it's been up there for so long, it's sealed into place. So, you can either try to turn it by hand, and I should have put that clamp someplace else, or get you a long, flat screwdriver. Let me get a screwdriver, I'll be right back. All right, guys, got me a screwdriver here, and well, that's all I wanna do is just stick the screwdriver in there without damaging the hose, and I just want to go around just like that and just break that seal. And as you can see, be careful with this sensor right here. And sometimes you can break it just enough that you can turn that. Nope, not yet. There we go. All right, be careful taking this off because there's still gonna be water, antifreeze in here a little bit. So just slowly take it off and see if there's antifreeze in there. Of course it is, but not much. And what I'm trying to do is pick it up and hold the hose up this way. Get it tucked around. So that way it's draining down and it's still draining down into the bucket. Now, even though we're draining down there, we're taking this thermostat housing off, it is still going to have antifreeze leaking from it. So at this point, what you want to do, if you look over here, look straight down here, you can see our drain still going. So what you can do right now, you can close that off. And what you're going to do is move your pan back up under the engine at this location. All right, let's get that done. We'll be right back. All right, guys, let's get this out. The next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get this thermostat housing out. Now we got a wiring harness all right here that's gonna be in our way. You can see this one's held on by like a little clip right here. There's two tabs on each side. That's all you have to do is squeeze those tabs in, if you can do it with your fingers, and pull down on the wiring harness. Done. That's done. The next thing you're gonna do, if we follow it around, up under here, it goes to the throttle positioning sensor, right there. To disconnect this sensor, there's a tab on the opposite side. Am I in the way?
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
A tab right over here. Squeeze that tab into the connector and pull back. There's the tab right there. Squeeze it in and pull back. Bring that down to the side. Bring that out of your way. Okay, now you're gonna notice it's still won't come off. That's because we got a little clip right here that's a little held on to this hose. And that's all you have to do is right in there. Let me get the screwdriver to show you better. There's a little tab right there that you're just gonna pick up, and that's gonna open that right up. Pull that down. So this way you can swing all this down to the side. You're not done yet. Now you gotta remove this little clip right here. So that's all you have to do is that center tab, pick up just a little bit, pick it up, and pull back on the whole thing. So pick it up and pull back. Okay? So now you got that out of the way. Now you see this heater hose right at the bottom down here. That heater hose is held into a clamp. That's all you gotta do is pull that out. Get that out of the way. Done. All that is done. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we're just about ready to take this thing out. All right, the first thing we do, we got this water hose here. See this outlet here? This hose. What you want to do? Take some needle nose pliers. Take the clamp. Bring the clamp in. See if you can twist that. If not, which more than likely it didn't. Take a screwdriver. Same thing. Just a thick-ass screwdriver in there, just to break that seal loose. Get that hose off of there. Great. Now, the next thing you're gonna do is need is a 6-inch 3/8 drive extension with a deep 12mm socket. And what you have here is 2 bolts. You know, matter of fact, let me disconnect this and get this out of here so you can see this bolt over here, because this is part of it too. See this harness right here? This harness is going to the VTEC solenoid. First, you want to take it off from the bracket. You got a tab right here on the top. Push that tab in and pick the whole thing up. Move that to the side, turn it over. Now you got this tab. Push it into the connector and unplug it. Now your VTEC is unplugged. And because what I wanted to show you was right down here, a 12mm bolt. And right on the other side, there's another one. So you get your 6-inch 3/8 drive extension with your deep 12mm socket, and then it's time to pull out the big bill. All right, this makes it a lot easier. Or your 3/8 drive ratchet. So you're gonna go in there. 1. You're gonna switch over to the other side. 2. And you're gonna notice it's starting to get loose. All right, let's get those 2 out and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got our second bolt out. Both bolts are the same length, so you don't have to worry about mixing them up. Now, to get this thermostat housing out, you're gonna have to pull a little bit. There's 2 gaskets on it. One gasket right here, and then right down here, there's gonna be an O-ring. There's a pipe coming up, and it sits on there. It pushes down onto that pipe. So what you're gonna have to do is pick it out a little bit and pull it out towards this way, off of that pipe. So let's get this right here. Pull it up. There's one gasket, and then there's an O-ring right on that pipe right there. All right, now we got access to our VTEC. All right, yeah, buddy, we are looking good. We'll be right back. All right, guys, to take that VTEC solenoid off, First, I'm gonna show you the new one. Custom with the AutoZone. Got one from Duralast. Now, they already come with a new gasket and all. What am I doing? I gotta open it up anyway. A new oil pressure switch, and it's held on by 3 10mm bolts. All right, so it sets up like this on the side of the engine, and there's 3 bolts. That one is the most difficult one to get to. So let's stick this back in the box for now and get down to it. The first thing we'll do is disconnect our oil pressure switch. And if you notice, your oil pressure switch is a little green connector right here. You got a tab right there. You want to push that tab down to the connector and pull back. Dang it. Dang it. I just had it too. It clicked right back into place. Okay. Got that off. The next thing you want to do is get you a 10mm 1/4" drive socket with a 1/4" drive ratchet. This part is very important because, again, that bolt is located back around the bin. So first, want to make sure you got it off. You want to get your ratchet back there. And see how close I am? See how close it is right there? Hardly any room at all. And I'm going to go ahead and loosen that bolt up. Now that's all you want to do is loosen it up to a point till it's really loose. Then take that out. Then you want to go in there with your finger and try to get that bolt out. Or
it's not easier to use the ratchet.
No.
Oh.
Or take the socket and put it back up there. Then, because what happens is it's so loose that the ratchet can't swivel no more. My hand's all slippery, man. And I know if I put this socket right here, it's gonna drop. You know, I should have did this. Guys, you're just gonna have to get you some swivel socket sets, which I'm about to pull out and do this a lot better. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Now you can loosen it up, do what you want. But now I'm going to show you a way that I should have did it, but I know a lot of guys don't have these swivel sockets. Here's my 1/4" drive swivel 10mm socket with my 4" 1/4" drive extension. And that way, I can go in there, put it onto the bolt, just like that. Now I'm swiveling. Look at that. Come right out of there. Still want to be careful of dropping that bolt. Because of course it's going to drop when I go take it out. Now what I should have did, guys, I should have put a piece of paper on that socket and pushed it onto that. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. Because this thing is gonna come out of here. So what I'm gonna do, take a piece of this plastic, put it onto the socket, let it stick in there a little bit.
How's that gonna work?
Well, the object is to get most of it inside the socket and let it hang out just like that. Then, with my light, hold on, let me see if I can get it without light. And what I'm trying to do is push it onto the bolt. And it should be able to hold it into place. Hopefully I got it on there. And let's see if I got it. And there it is right there. And putting it back, that's exactly how we're gonna be putting it back. All right, so let's put that up here. And then we got the two easy ones. We got one, let's get the one way at the bottom somewhere. The other one's way down here. See, and that swivel comes in handy too. Whoops, gotta be, make sure you flush on there. Bolts are tight for to be just 10mm. Okay, there's one. Let's get that one out and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got that one out. Now we got one right. Where's this filling at? Got a feel for that bolt right there. There's our third one. Now this one's the last one, the easiest one to put back in, the easiest one to take out, and so that's gonna be the first one to go back in when we get this on here. Go back in. And just like I showed you, these bolts are a little tight. There we go. And our solenoid should start loosening up. There it is. Alright. So let's get this bolt out right here. At the same time, we'll hold my solenoid from dropping. And there we go. Check that out. Now, you see that screen right there, guys? That screen is like an oil filter. It's pretty clean though. There's nothing in it, but a lot of times that gets clogged, and that's what happened with these VTECs. Then they stop working anymore. All right, so let's set this down and grab our new one. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we got our new one set up. Next, we're going to take us a nice clean rag. We're going to wipe off over where it mounts at. You don't have to scrape it with anything. That was just a rubber seal. So, there's nothing to scrape. All right, let's get this back. Let's get this on. We got our new gasket into place. Now remember, the solenoid sets like this. The easiest bolt and the last bolt, we're gonna go first. That's the one right here. So we're gonna lower it down into place. And we're gonna turn that bolt a couple threads just to get it to go in. And definitely want to do this by hand, because you definitely don't want to cross thread it. Alright, that's in. Now getting the other bolts in is going to be a little bit tricky. What you got to do is let's suck it at. What you want to do, grab your 4-inch, 1/4-inch drive extension with your swivel 10mm. Grab your piece of plastic. Take the bolt, stick it in there. That's right. Then you want to turn the solenoid and get that bolt lined up into there. Yeah, just lined up in there. So we'll go in. Get that one started. If it ever wants to start. You can see I'm real close up to that pipe. And what I did, you saw what I just did? I just pushed that pipe just a little bit, just so I can get that to swing. Good. All right, pull it off. Get my plastic. Hook it up to my next one. And this is the one that's a pain, because I gotta see where this is. Okay. Viewing from up here on the top, I can see exactly where it goes at. Okay, got it going in there. Definitely, 100% use a swivel. If you don't use a swivel, that thing's almost impossible to get to. Oops. And get that turning by a couple threads. Great, it's started. Now I'm not gonna take that out. What I'm gonna do now is go ahead, bring that all the way in by hand. There it is. Take it out. Now I'm not gonna tighten it up because I wanna do is make sure all of them are going down evenly. So now I'm gonna do the other ones by hand and bring them in till they stop. All right, let's get that done and we'll be right back. All right guys, I'm down at the last one down at the bottom. And again, definitely use the swivel. It makes this job a heck of a lot easier. I'm gonna go ahead and start tightening up the bottom one. So what I'm gonna do, to tighten these up, you wanna go till the bolt stops. Do not over tighten these because it's going into aluminum and you can strip it out. Dang it. Just have that on there too. Are you kidding me? All right, go till it stops, and then a little bit more. That's it. All right, then I'm gonna go over here to this one and do the same thing. Take some time getting these things lined up in there, man. You know what? Take the socket off. Take the ratchet off. All right, now I'm on there. Should have took that hose out the way, but no. All right, till it stops. A little bit more. And then I'm gonna do the last one. We'll be right back. All right, guys, the next thing we're gonna do, get our harness out of the way, is put back our thermostat housing. And what you wanna do is just wipe off where the gasket went, where the seal went. And take your finger, get a little antifreeze on it and put it on the O-ring. That helps put that back together. And this might be a good idea to change your O-ring and the seal. Definitely. This one wasn't leaking. You don't have a new one, so we're putting it back. It wasn't leaking, so we're good to go. All right, so let's grab our housing, and you see this big part right here? That's the part that goes down there over that O-ring, and then this part goes up against the intake. So as we took it out before, what you gotta do is line it up down onto the hose. Okay, once you get it down to there, you wanna slowly work that down, just like that. And you wanna look at this bolt over here. And make sure that one is gonna line up first. So grab one of your 12mm bolts, put it in there. Make sure you can turn it by hand by a couple threads, and that's gonna be your alignment right there. So great. All right, let's get our other bolt. And where's our 12mm? Let me get that. We'll be right back. All right, guys, grab our plastic bag. Pull a piece of plastic off. You got our 12mm deep with our 6-inch 3/8 drive extension. And what we're gonna do, just so we don't drop this bolt, stick a piece of plastic there, put that on there. Look at that, perfect. And we're gonna go down to here. And we might have to move this a little bit. There we go. That's lined up perfectly. Now, let's get our big bill ratchet. Yeah. And we're gonna bring those in and tighten them up. Okay, till it stops, and just a little bit more. All right, let's go over here and do this last one, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, this is almost done, man. That looks good. That thing looks nice and shiny in there. All right, before we forget, our oil pressure switch for the VTEC. Let's go down here and get this plugged in. What the heck? They got that thing going sideways, man. I don't like it's going. And you want to push it in until you hear a click. Connected. Now the solenoid is going to go up this way. Let's get this in until it clicks. Perfect. In fact, this one over here going someplace else. I don't care where that's going. All right, the next thing we do is get our engine harness right here. Our wiring harness right over here on this bracket. Let's push that on into place right there. That's done. Our little clip right here goes up here, pushes up into place. That's done. Our lower, the hose at the bottom, the heater hose. Let's pick that up, put it into that little bracket right there. That's done. Let's get our connector to our coolant sensor. Let's go over here, plug that up. That's done. Before we forget, our map sensor. Nope, we're gonna leave that map sensor disconnected. Put our tube on. We got our bracket, that little clip right here. Let's put it around this hose. And that's all we have to do is squeeze that and it'll clip into place. Perfect. Over here, let's connect,
Too close. Yeah.
Let's connect our TPS sensor. And it can only go one way. You notice I was turning it. It's only going to go one way. And push that in until it clicks. Perfect. That's done. Our map sensor, leave that disconnected so it can get to our hose and all. The next thing we're going to do, got our hose right here, our antifreeze line to go to. Let's hook this up till it stops. Get our clamp. Squeeze together. You saw I squeezed it together with my fingers, but you can use the needle nose. And that's done. This is coming out great, man. Now, what's next, Evie?
You gotta put that hose in.
What hose?
There's a hose down there.
All right, here it is. There you go. Let's bring our hose around. Put our hose on.
Do you ask Billy Bob what's next?
No, because I won't get an answer. Now, we push the hose over here into the clamp. Then we get our transmission breather tube that we got tucked around here. Push that over. Let's put that back into place. Now let's get our hose pliers and bring this clamp and put it back up there. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we are not going to put our air tube assembly back yet because this system has to be bled. And you see that little valve right there on top? Looks like a brake bleeder. See it? Mm-hmm. What you're going to do is get a 12mm deep socket, 3/8 drive ratchet. You're not going to take that out. That's all we're going to do is loosen it up. But you got to be very careful because these things sometimes get too corroded into that housing and it will break off. Yeah, then you're in some trouble. So, what you want to do is loosen it up slowly just to make sure it will loosen. That's why it sounded like it broke when it did that.
It shouldn't look slowly.
No, it didn't. All right, so we're just going to loosen that up. And that's your bleed. You have to do this or this car will overheat. Now, what you're going to do here is we're going to get our antifreeze now. We're going to start pouring our antifreeze back into here. And you're going to keep pouring it in slowly. And as soon as you see antifreeze come out that bleed valve, close that bleed valve off. All right? Let me show you what I'm talking about. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we got a little funnel right here. You got to definitely, these kits are like $25. Definitely get you one. Instead of trying to pour it into the radiator and spilling it everywhere, this will keep it nice and neat. And we got our bleed valve open. So I've been pouring antifreeze in there. And what we're going to do is pour it in until you see antifreeze starts coming out of that bleeder.
If I can burn it later.
Point to it.
Yeah. Oh, there, no, that little thing that wires in my way. That's why. Okay, I got it.
All right, here we go. And you saw that antifreeze coming out of there a little bit. So what we're gonna do now is close the bleeder off, and we're gonna tighten that bleeder up. Now, do not over tighten that bleeder because it is going into aluminum. Alright guys, let me find my ratchet. Let me right back. Alright, got my 12mm deep 3/8 drive ratchet, socket, my 3/8 drive ratchet, and that's all I'm going to do is go there until it stops and just a little bit more. That's it. Now the system is bled. Now what you're going to do is just go ahead and continue filling up the system until it comes out of the radiator, and then close the cap off. So we're going to get that, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, last but not least, our air cleaner. Alright, gonna push our air cleaner down into here, hook it up to the throttle body, and remember we had 3 hoses around here. Oh wait a minute, I had to take this off, go around here. The hose back here, go into that clip back here, push that into place first before I can move out the way. Okay, then we got this one right here that goes up to here, and then right over here we had our wiring harness going to our map sensor. Plug the map sensor up, push that into place, and last but not least, get our needle nose pliers. No, I don't. Alright guys, let me go get my needle nose pliers. I'll be right back. Alright, get our needle nose pliers. Gonna squeeze this clamp together. Get this pipe. Put it in there. Release the clamp. Before I tighten up the clamp back here, what I'm gonna go over here, put our air cleaner on top. It's held on by 4 clips. Let's put those clips back on there. As you can see, this one over here is like it's hard to get to. You can't get your hands in. Get you a flat screwdriver or a regular screwdriver and do it just like that. And get our last one over here. And now, since we got that, what we're going to do is rotate our clamp because our clamp turned on us. Dang it, turned too much. There we go. Okay, take our Phillips screwdriver and we're going to tighten this clamp up. And we'll be right back. Alright guys, got everything done. We cleared the check engine light. Very important, clear that check engine light out. And this job is done. Yeah, buddy. Alright, we'll be right back.
Today, we worked on my dad's car.
We worked on a 2002 Honda Accord with a 2.3 engine, and we changed the VTEC. So Chloe might, maybe when she gets older, she might have her own YouTube channel. Would you like that? Yeah, okay. So, but in the meantime, while you're waiting for her channel, if you guys have any comments or questions, you can post it below in the comments section, or you can email Timmy at tim@astralautorepairs.com. Hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. This is Sylvia and Chloe from Astral Auto Repairs. Okay, see you next time.
See you next time.